In 1929, at the beginning of the Great Depression, farmers in Western Australia were encouraged by the government to plant more wheat, incentivised by the promise of subsidies that never arrived. In 1932, as farmers began to hoard their wheat harvest in retaliation to the government's broken promise, the emus of the Chandler and the Walgoolan region began their annual migration towards the coast. Instead of bushland and scrub, the emus found lush, cultivated farmland and decided to stay. 20,000 emus descended upon the already struggling farmers. At their limit, a delegation was sent to meet with the Minister of Defence, Sir George Pearce. The farmers, once World War I soldiers, requested machine guns. The minister agreed. In October 1932, the Emu War began under the command of Major G.P.W. Meredith of the 7th Heavy Battery of the Royal Australian Artillery. What originally began as an operation to provide relief to the farmers soon became a full-scale battle. Ambushes were attempted to lure the emus within range, but the birds were wily and split into separate groups, outrunning the soldiers easily. By the 4th day of the war, the emus had an established leader of each pack who would stand watch as his fellows destroyed crops and sound the alarm at approaching soldiers. A month after the war began, it was withdrawn after negative coverage by the media. The emu guerrilla tactics rendered the military almost inoperable, splitting into small groups and disappearing into the wild, Western Australian outback where the trucks and their mounted Lewis guns could not follow. After the withdrawal, Major Meredith commented, "If we had a military division with the bullet-carrying capacity of these birds, it would face any army in the world. They can face machine guns with the invulnerability of tanks." Military assistance would be requested again in 1934, 1943 and 1948. However, it appeared the Australian government was not eager to resume their war with Australia's most famous bird.